Wait, are we playing music?
What?
I don't want to play music. I was just here to hang out.
Well, everybody else is gonna play music.
Don't worry, Dane will play music, so you don't have to. You can just hang out and listen to Dane. He's always near perfect anyway. So
True.
we're beginning. So Cole, you want to go first?
Oh yeah, that's right. Let me
Yeah,
grab the
we
guitar.
volunteer you to go first.
Thomas, what are you going to do with yourself once there's no longer room to troll people about Trump?
Sorry guys, making sure I'm ready. Go ahead, keep talking. Did not
That
realize.
was I'm not being an asshole when I'm asking this. I'm seriously asking you, Thomas.
All right. Well, I'll set to go. I don't know what Nicholas is saying.
I'm asking you what you're going to do with yourself when there's no longer room to troll everyone about what Trump is doing.
I'll post analysis on stimulus negotiations. Those should go for a very long time.
Do you do
There
you
were
have
some,
any vested interest in stimulus? Are you just really need the money? That's what you're saying?
it's important to a lot of people.
No, I'm asking about you though.
Oh, it can be helpful. So
It could be helpful, but would it?
we'll see. I don't.
Thomas,
Trump
I'm
very.
asking you a simple question.
That's it. I don't know. Not sure yet how things will work.
Money would help you?
Yes, money always helps.
There you go.
Yeah.
Money
All
does
right.
always help. All right.
Cole is going to play something astounding.
Whoa, whoa, that's pressure. It's pressure I don't need. All right. This is a song. It's called Lady May. Um, and it's about love. Whoa. Yeah. So here's the song. I'm a stone's throw from the mill, and I'm a good walk to the river. When my working day is over, we'll go swim our cares away. Put your toes down in the water, and a smile across your face. You tell me that you love me, lovely Lady May. Now I ain't the sharpest chisel that your hands have ever held, but darling, I could love you well till the roll is called on high. Well, I've seen my share of trouble, and I've held my weight in shame, but I'm baptized in your name, lovely Lady May. Lord, the wind can leave you shivering as it waltzes o'er the leaves. It's been rushing through my timber till your love brought on the spring. Now the mountains all are blushing, and they don't know what to say, except a good long line of praises for my lovely Lady May. Now I ain't the toughest hickory that your axe has ever felled, but I'm a hickory just as well. I'm a hickory all the same. I came crashing through the forest as you cut my roots away, and I fell a good long way for my lovely Lady May. Thank you. How many do we do here? 3, right? Is that it? I haven't been here in a minute.
3.
Okay, I didn't know if you did round robin or what.
Did you write that, Cole?
No, I was like, yeah, no. The short answer, no. That's a Tyler Childers song. And I mean, I'm good friends with his bassist, and I was present for the writing of that song. But like, to take any credit for that would just be ridiculous because he's so talented, and I mean, pretty much everything comes from his heart. So no, that's a Tyler Childers song. It's about his wife.
Song. Unrelated. Nicholas, be careful. Don't shoot Salita.
That would not be good. I don't want to witness that.
Or the cat.
Never are there any rounds in the gun while it's being.
I've actually never known a gun before. Terrified of them.
Long time to get comfortable with it, but I think, just had a human in our yard.
Yeah, she thinks there's someone stalking around in our backyard right now.
Love you guys.
But this is Musician's Workshop, story of the song. So
we're gonna fucking kill somebody if they come into this house.
So going back, I played a song I didn't write, so now I'll play 2 that I did write. And this is a song I wrote over the summer. And I've been playing it a lot lately. I haven't played it for a while, and then earlier this week I played it, and just kind of want to play it a little more. It's about like love being an addiction. So it's like I heard a lot of songs about that, and like a lot of them were very like, oh, I'll be your fix, or I got your fix, like come to me, I'm the fixer, you're my fix. Like, but it's like they painted it in a positive light, and it's like people who have dealt with addiction or had loved ones deal with addiction, it's not a pretty thing. And so I kind of took a cue from those songs and was like, oh, I'll write about like a love that's addictive and you're addicted to it, but about like that like darkness that comes with like an addiction, like a compulsion to have more of something. So yeah, it's a song. I need to pull me through. One more night without a fight, just me and you. But when that's done and the sun comes shining through, I still need one more hit. You have no clue. Started out with this simple love and no grander plan. You would be my woman, I'd be your man. It fell apart and breaks my heart right in two. So now I beg for one more hit of me and you. I'm trying to survive, but without you I ain't alive. Only love can pull me back from the dead. So I do what I can to be an independent man and get your name and memory out of my head. Wake up, I get out of bed and go through these motions every played my part. I push restart and try to live this life like it used to be. We both know I can't live you here with me. I'm trying to survive, but without you I ain't alive. Only love can pull me back from the dead. So I do what I can to be an independent man and get your name and memory out of my head. Leave me alone, my head is not your home. Please find somewhere else to cozy up tonight. Kicking this is tough. With you I can't get enough, but I slowly claw my way to the light. One more hit is all I need to pull me through. One more night without a fight, just me and you. Thank you. Shit, and then one more, huh?
Music stopped.
Woo!
All right. Let me think of something fun. I feel like I don't want to end off on a somber note here. Hold on. I'm making a decision in my head right now. So I have to think of what I want to play. Always a tough one for me. No, I don't. Not positive enough for me. Alright, fuck it. Here's a very old one. The day that I first lay my eyes upon you, I won't play, I already knew the way I'd feel about you now. I won't lie, it ain't always easy, but you try so hard to please me. Goodbye, it means nothing to me now. Now you've got every part of me. You gotta see the way you drive me completely crazy. And I love it, baby. Ooh, that's the way I feel about you now. Yeah, we've grown so close, I won't ever let go. And you know I've gotta let the world know how I feel about you now. Now you've got every part of me. You gotta see the way you drive me completely crazy. And I love it, baby. Ooh, it's the way I feel about you now. I hope you see what you mean to me. You know you are my only baby. And an end to this I can't see. Who can believe the way I feel about you. Now you've got every part of me. You've gotta see the way you drive me completely crazy. I love it, baby. Whoa, it's the way I feel about you. Now you've got every part of me. You gotta see the way you drive me completely crazy. I love it, baby. Whoa, the way I feel about you now. The Violent Femmes, huh? Thank you guys.
Cheers, cheers.
Cheers.
Yes. All right. Who wants to be next? Anthony or Ruby? I think Nicholas wants to play.
Nope.
I heard Nicholas really wants to play.
Yes, or we can always just recap the election.
All right.
Clip knife.
Discuss just how far Biden was in behind how far Biden was behind in Pennsylvania on election night.
I just have to go pee.
He's still catching up in Utah, so only 80% of the votes in. So,
And there's also Ohio, which is more red as it looks right now than Texas.
not in our neighborhood.
Yeah. Well, in Cuyahoga County, no, but no, counties east and west on the north coast, they all went for Trump. But most of them did. You got a lot of people who didn't turn out on the left, and a lot of incensed people on the right who turned out. So that's just Ohio and western Pennsylvania. But, well, let's see.
Thomas, how good about yourself do you feel for all the stupid bullshit that you've been posting for the past 2
You
months?
asked the script.
Shut up.
I'm asking. I'm
Give Thomas a break, buddy.
No, absolutely not. Right now, there's no one here to, like, be affected by it. Just explain yourself, Thomas, please.
I'm not sure what he wants.
You are either aware of what you've been doing or you're not. And I tried asking you this civilly a month and a half ago. Fucking explain it right now.
I'm not sure what you're asking.
Or are you just completely fucking unaware of what's going on?
Jesus.
I don't know what you're asking, so. I'm not sure what you're asking. I don't know what.
Why do you comment on things like you're some sort of authority?
Because it's my area. I actually do have education in that area.
Yeah, but you're not actually, like, smart about it
Yeah, he is.
in certain cases, but he's been wrong.
That's his opinion. So.
Overwhelmingly wrong. I'm not just saying, like,
Huh.
Thomas, what's the purpose of your commentary?
to educate and inform.
Do you think you do either of those things?
Yeah, I'm not sure you think I do. So we've had issues
Absolutely
before.
not.
So,
I've perceived you as an antagonist this whole time.
Hey Tristan, how are ya?
What's up, everybody?
How you doing?
I'm good, man. Good.
Lost day.
How you doing, man?
So Tristan's here. Anthony, you want to go?
Thomas,
Hi, Thomas.
why have you done you
Dude,
I just wanted to ask Tristan, how does it feel to get more of a percentage of votes than the losing Trump president? You got more of a percentage of votes.
I did. I'm just, well, without getting political, I'm very, I'll get political. Like, it was great. It's just, we were just watching all the dancing in all the cities around the country, so, which is pretty amazing. So, anyway, we'll see what the future brings. But yes, a chicken in a pot in every chicken.
I don't quite get that, but it's funny.
Well, who was it? One of the
It's a
campaign, I don't know, in the 1800s, somebody was campaigning for president, and their campaign thing was a chicken in every pot. I forgot which president it was. You know, it's like one of the, you know, in the 1800s.
I don't know, Teddy Roosevelt.
Teddy Roosevelt, thank you. Yeah, chicken in every pot.
You know,
I'm sorry, but if everyone could just stop talking while I keep putting the fucking gears to Thomas. Thomas,
dude, give me a fucking break at least. I was here to just chill out, listen to my friends play some music.
no,
Give me-
I want him to explain himself.
Dude, he has.
No,
He's he's looking to inform based on stuff that he knows and things that he's reading, and he's trying to make it accessible for other people.
yeah, but he's been reading bullshit and like breaking it down for everyone, and it's like, dude, like the news that you read is pretty fucking simple anyways. Why not just share the link?
it's more than that.
Wrong. Thomas,
We don't.
you've been wrong and you're an asshole for it.
Dude,
Don't try to. We don't need to have error disagreements now. I know you're. It's a big day and you're drunk a lot, but like I do what I do, and everyone knows what I do, and I share a lot of detailed stuff. I think
You do.
I have a different opinion, but this is not the time.
Complain about how you're not going to get a payment from the government.
Well, there are a lot of people who are complaining about that, and there are blogs on that, and
Well, you do though,
there are a lot of people who complain about
because you don't have a job.
hey,
You don't have.
listen. I'll give you 30 more seconds. I'm gonna leave if this is just how this is gonna be. I am not here to hear argumenting. It's a big night. We have a new president elect. Fucking sweet. There's no need to be so bitter between people right now because of what somebody chooses to post on their fucking Facebook, dude. It's not that deep. Come on, you're being an asshole right now, and it's not cool.
Right now because
We're going to move on. I'm going to start muting people's mics so that we can get on with the performances.
All right, good
If you have
stuff.
something to say it in the chat afterwards.
months.
Or chat me up.
Anthony, how was your birthday? Just to change the subject. Good.
Anthony, you going now? So I'm muting people's microphones.
2 months telling us how
Anthony, you going?
All right, cool. Well, fuck you, Thomas, and good night, everyone else.
See you later. All right.
Hello.
Okay. So who wants to go now?
Um, Hi, John. I don't know John, but hello, John. I'm Tristan.
Hey, Tristan, nice to meet you.
Where are you, John?
I'm in Cleveland Heights right now.
Okay, Cleveland in Ohio. Okay, cool.
How about you?
All right. So
Cool. I like your, is that arrowheads or shells behind you? Or is it
Mushrooms.
mushrooms? Cool. Oh, awesome. Do you know a lot about them?
No, but I'm learning a lot.
Cool. Yeah.
I pretty much bring food home every time I walk in the woods.
Nice, man. I noticed this year where we live, like last year there were billions of different mushrooms. Just I took pictures of them just because they're so beautiful. This year was so dry, so I only saw a few. It wasn't like last year.
Yeah, it was really weird. It wasn't a really productive year, but I think I'm getting good at finding the mushrooms because even though there weren't a lot, I was bringing a lot home.
Very cool.
Yeah, I found a really tasty one today. It's getting really late in the season, so I'll have it for breakfast.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What is it? A certain variety?
It's called Hericium in Latin, or bear's tooth in
Bear's
English.
tooth.
It tastes like lobster for real and has the same texture.
Nice.
So I'm gonna throw it in an omelet.
Last year I discovered, but I couldn't find any this year. Those what do you call it? Chicken and hen. They're like chicken and hens. I think they are.
Well, there's chicken of the woods, which is like
Yeah,
yellow,
yeah.
and then there's hens are these giant ones that grow at the base of oaks. I found like 10 of them this year, and they're
Yeah,
all 4 or
that's
5.
the one. And we actually froze some, which was okay. It actually when you
We're good freezing them. I think I'm allergic to them. They make they give me like stomach cramps. So
Wow.
whenever I find one, everybody else gets the feast. Really sucks. But I think I think I'm up to like 9 or 10 that are pretty safe, really safe to identify.
Very cool.
Good. So, and then when winter rolls around, I just start dreaming about morel season, and they'll show
That's
up.
good. There's nothing wrong with that.
Where are you from?
I'm from where Anthony is on Martha's Vineyard, which is an island off Cape Cod.
Oh yeah, where the presidents go on vacation.
Yeah, Obama and Clinton spent a lot of years here, and Obama just bought property here this summer in Edgartown.
Mm-hmm. I had a great aunt or something lived on Cape Cod, and there was a band I worked with in Boston when I lived in LA. And when my brother got married, I did a massive road trip from LA to Boston, and my aunt kind of was a real she was in her 90s, but she had super high energy. She's one of those. So I drove up to the Cape and visited her.
Are you related to like the artist, Guggenheim? Like, you know, the people, because there's some people living here that were related to the Guggenheim, you know, that built the museum and all that stuff.
No, my family went on a kind of Alex Haley roots journey to Germany together and we visited, would have been like my great grandparents' graves, and going back like another 3-4 generations of family. But my last name is actually like Smith in these little towns in Germany, so I am not related to the good Guggenheims. You're looking for a little grant or something?
The rich Guggenheims.
Yeah, fortunately, money doesn't really mean a lot to me.
No, I hear you. But
someday,
they did have that big art. I think they have one in California and one in New York. You know, art museums that are pretty famous.
Yeah, I went to the one in New York it was my dad's 60th birthday party. We all met in New York, and we had about 13 Guggenheims in our crew, and we accosted the ticket people at the museum. We were like, "Hey, I heard you bring 10 Guggenheims or more, you getting for free," and we threw our license up, and they were running back to get the managers. Did we do a Guggenheim promotion?
That's funny.
Didn't work. But that museum's like a giant spiral.
Yeah, it's very cool. That's just a big spiral, and with art as you go around the steps.
Yeah, and I walked in there, and I'm like, damn, I should have brought my skateboard.
Yeah. I had a great uncle who was exhibited there. He was a photographer.
Damn.
Anthony, you ever heard of Marvin Israel? That was my great uncle. Is a famous, well, he's dead, but a famous photographer.
What was his subject matter usually?
He was I don't know a lot about photography, but supposedly his secret girlfriend, he was in the Diane Arbus School of Photography.
I saw the movie about her.
Yeah, so Marvin had an affair with her actually at one point.
Was he in the movie?
I don't know, but he was a very cool. When he died, I got some of his art, and his photography there's a museum. Well, it was given to the New York Library actually. All his photography, and he was a great artist. And his second wife was a pretty famous artist as well. But he was pretty cool. He was very cool. He had a house like in the '60s in the Village, which was all artwork and painted, and it was very cool. I was 15 or whatever when I visit him.
Oh man, that must have been awesome.
Yeah, it was. And his wife was quite an artist too. So
now, how did you connect to our little Cleveland scene here?
Okay, because we had there's a guy, Andy Herr, who does an open mic on Martha's Vineyard that he started doing online, and then I guess Anthony goes to that, and some Cleveland people showed up, and I think Anthony then went to Brandon's open mic in Cleveland, and then being a follower, a few weeks later I followed suit, I guess, from hearing them, the guys from Cleveland on the Vineyard open mic.
Yeah, no, that's been one of the cool things about Zoom is, just the pandemic in general and the technology.
One of the few.
We're making musician friends all over the country.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
We had Indigenous Peoples Day festival based in Cleveland, but we had it was like 2-3 weeks ago. We had performers from Omaha and 2 from California. So about 40% of the performances were from out of state.
Were they just general music or indigenous music?
We had the flute player from the Miwok tribe.
Cool.
Who she's kind of like the main musician for the Buffalo Field campaign, which is this big environmental organization that protects the buffalo herd in Yellowstone. So I do a lot of environmental work, and that was the first kind of partnering with that organization.
So a couple of years ago, Anthony, remember this, then I'll shut up. There was a guy from the vineyard went to Hawaii, and they helped build one of those Hawaiian outriggers. And some of the native peoples from Hawaii then made a trip around the world to indigenous people all around the world. And we have a tribe here called the Wampanoags, who were the first tribe to really get screwed over by the English, basically, when they landed here. But anyway, it was very cool when the outrigger they had came into, and it was a big outrigger, you know, and done in the old style, you know, like the outrigger came into our harbor, and the Wampanoags, who had not built a dugout canoe in 200 and something years, they built out of a tree, you know, a dugout canoe, and burnt the outside of it, cured it. Anyway, they went out to meet the Hawaiian outrigger as it was coming in, and then they both came to the dock, and the Hawaiians sang in the traditional, you know, Hawaiian language of there, and then the Wampanoags did a chant in their Native American language. It was really beautiful. It was quite a stirring event. Anyway.
Yeah, one of the things that I thought was amazing about Biden and Harris's speech was they both mentioned Native peoples in their speech today, and I feel like I'm just learning, and because there's in Cleveland the Native community is almost invisible.
We have a in Aquina, which used to be called Gay Head, and it got changed to Aquina, which is the Wampanoag name for where they live. We have a tribal reservation that was federally recognized about 25 years ago. And they've worked hard on their culture. They've relearned their language. And it's very cool.
Are they part of the community to where they're visible? And
absolutely,
that's just, you know, it's so lacking here, and stuff. Although I'm making some inroads because I want to connect some of, basically in Cleveland we have this, it's almost a club, but hopefully it'll end up being a 501(c) down the road, called Musicians Saving Our Home Planet. And we really want to highlight indigenous science, indigenous communities, because I really, one of the things I've learned is that if we're going to tackle the climate crisis, there's just so much to learn from people who have a completely different perspective on their relationship with our home. So those voices really do need to be elevated now, and stuff. And I'm really lucky. I've made some good friends out west because that's where a lot of my personal work is. And I'm looking forward to growing that big time.
All right. So Anthony, as it turns out, was eating.
You want me to play? Sorry.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw you trying to unmute my mic.
Yeah.
I know how to. Yeah.
Yeah. Nicholas had a little too much to drink, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, and I kind of just wanted to be muted in general, just for.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Anyway, peace and love. I guess I'm just gonna play a couple. I actually have like an album, Bandcamp, and this is on it. The first song, I think. Sorry, I'm just doing a little stealth sound check. I like to get right before peaking. 1, 2. I know the Guggenheims here, Tristan, that you mentioned. They're very sweet. I've met them a couple of times. What else did you say that I had a comment about? We were talking about something else. I don't remember.
Were you trying to do?
Oh, sorry. The Wampanoag event. I was there.
Oh,
When they came in. Was it at the shipyard? I was there and I had a camera and I took a ton of photos. I don't remember when it was, but it was very exciting. So this one's called The End. Lose sight of your majesty, fading picture of a dynasty, weak connection with your family tree, be the victim of a tragedy. Free the people that we tried to keep. Breathe and taste the air we cannot see. Take command over your victory. Peace is here for all of us to lead. Waiting for emotion to reduce your fever. Tell me how to know when I've reached the end. Well, you've been chosen to explore the sea, and each direction is another dream. You move with tides that help you find a home to keep, and then fly straight into the atmosphere. Tell me how to know when I've reached the end, waiting on emotion to reduce your fever. Tell me how to know when I've reached the end.
Nice, Anthony.
Thank you.
So I'm being what is it? Sound guy.
Mickey?
So your sound, it was good, but your vocals could come up a tad. Not that I heard all the words and everything.
It's funny because I'm actually trying to mix them into the guitar so that they don't stick out so much.
Oh, all right. Well, then you did that. That worked. But I mean, they were great. The vocals were great.
I'll eat the mic a little more. All right. This one's I'm just gonna be that guy in Tune Up. So this is on the same album. I don't play the songs from that single album that I have on the Bandcamp that often, but sometimes I just need to play them because it's like the only only release that I really necessarily have, so might as well play those. Tristan, are you telling me to turn my guitar up? Is that what you're saying? Oh no, the opposite. Gotcha. I'll just sing closer. Gotcha. All right, so this is called Individual. We go walking, the air is misty on the edge, waves are crashing and disintegrating miles of sand. Speech is fleeting, wash away the words we've said, feel the mystery as destiny decides our plans. And hide our secrets from the bitter world. If you could see the way we grow together, we will keep ourselves compatible. Things are changing, we build our history on the edge. Seas are raging and deliver constant energy. You like dancing, an expression of your confidence. We could go swimming, but the water is too cold today. Bitter world.
I tried to hide. Well, I'm careful on the inside to trust the honest signs. Don't deny the feeling I'm seeing in your eyes. I'm searching for the meaning, but I can't pronounce it right. And if you can forgive me, I'll prove that I can find you now. Well, we're still walking, traveling the countryside. We both are learning what makes the moments come alive. Spill our memories, revealing all the dreams we've shared. Keep our patience, the best part hasn't happened yet. Can we be individual and hide our secrets from the bitter world? If you could see the way we grow together, we will keep ourselves compatible. Can we be individual and hide our secrets from the bitter world? If you could see the way we grow together, we will keep ourselves compatible.
Both those songs were great, Anthony.
Yes.
You're really on tonight. It's really good.
So
Damn, Anthony. Killing it more than usual. Than you're usually always killing it. I don't know how I worded that. Good job.
Appreciate it. Yeah, so one more song. Sorry, my songs are a little longer than your average 4-minute tune. Sometimes they are, at least. Sometimes they're shorter. All right. This is the second to last song off of that record. And it's called Natural Charisma. Walking through the tall grass, is this spring supposed to last? It's easy to see winter collapse. Feels too late for this cold freeze, and I am barely listening to any sound that nature sings. I can't even breathe in. I'll exercise my old heartbeat and carry all my memories intact. Lift me up and break my fall. Take me to another world where people can exist among desires. Watching all the raindrops pour atmosphere upon us as the water fills up our bath. There may be life beyond our kind, doing what they can to find our minds and troubles, but they turn a blind eye aside. Well, I've traveled in the wrong path,
your battle cry. If this mission fails, we'll try to stay alive in time. Natural charisma. I'm lost without your wisdom. Dreams await a moment's gift to realize what hope we need to give our idle spirits a chance. Well, I can hardly stand to think why we ignore our suffering and push our secret lives to fight an evil in disguise. And my obsession with your blinking eyes protects your face but keeps your high opinion under guard and drives the essence of your being. How to figure out what's right. How to figure out what's
Sorry, it's a long tune.
Good.
That was tremendous guitar playing.
Thanks.
Yes.
Really good.
You know Dee DePrater, who played here before.
Yep.
Pretty good. That's sort of a model.
Great player. Thanks.
Zachary-
I took up
Zachary?
a lot of time. Sorry.
Dane, I just want to ask, why the fuck are you always posting those memes on Facebook? Oh my god.
How come I
Me?
don't see 'em?
Holy shit, man.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Nothing. I was making.
I literally don't post any memes ever. I'll laugh at other people's. I'll hit you with a heart.
I'll hit you with a heart.
Both of you. With a heart.
Anthony, damn, your fingers were moving fast, dude.
Thanks. I'm sweating.
I'm sweating, dude.
Dee DePrater type of performance.
I appreciate it. I practiced a lot to be able to play those songs.
Yeah, you extrally killed it tonight.
Thank you. You guys are just amazing. Cole, I'm so glad you came back.
Yeah, absolutely. I just needed to take a minute away.
Oh, it was great. I was almost right there behind you, so thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's nice to be back. You know, things get out of hand sometimes, and all we can do is keep moving forward, man.
Yeah, it's good to see you, Cole.
It's good to see you too.
Your beard's coming in nicely.
Thanks. It's No Shave November time, so
Oh, yeah.
I know it is.
November.
gonna get nice and mountain man.
I saw this meme once where it was like, or maybe it was a cartoon or something, but it was like a girl, a cute girl and a guy, and he's like, he doesn't have a beard, and he's like, hey, you want to go out with me sometime? And she's like, oh, I don't know, maybe, think about it or something, like word bubbles. And then on the bottom, it's a guy with a beard, same situation, but it's a guy with a beard, and he's like, I was wondering if you, and she's like, yes.
Yeah,
So chicks dig them, man. They dig them.
I like to think so.
Anyway, thank you so much. And Thomas, thank you for doing this. Thank you for your continued curation of this event. And we appreciate everything that you do and everything that you bring to the table.
Was that 3?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to give you a compliment, bud.
All right. So it looks like Gooby is Gooby's awesome. Doing something.
Anyway, Thomas, we love you. Can you hear that?
Amen.
Thank you. We love you.
Thank
and we
you.
appreciate everything.
Thank you, Thomas. You're great.
You're amazing. Thank you.
I heard a rumor that we love you.
Testing 1.
Cannot confirm nor deny.
Where's Gooby? There it is. So Gooby, when do you want to go? You want to go after Tristan?
Whenever, I'm just chilling.
He's just chilling. So
All right, I guess I'm going. Am I
Yeah.
going? All right. I'm going to really make this mood heavy here. This is an oldie but goodie. Very oldie but goodie. Can you hear everything? Well, Frog went a-courting and he did right on home. Frog went a-courting and he did right on home. Well, Frog went a-courting and he did ride with a sword and pistol by his side on home. On home, on home. Well, he rode up to Miss Mousie's den on home. He rode up to Miss Mousie's den on home. He rode up to Miss Mousie's den. He said, please, Miss Mouse, won't you let me in on home? On home, on home. Now, Miss Mouse, won't you marry me on home? I said, Miss Mouse, won't you marry me on home? I said, Miss Mouse, won't you marry me way down under that apple tree on home? On home, on home. Well, me Uncle Rat, he shook his fat sides, Oops. I said, Uncle Rat, he shook his fat sides, Well, Uncle Rat, he shook his fat sides to hear that his daughter be a bride, Now, where should the wedding supper be? Uh-huh. Where should the wedding supper be? Uh-huh. I say, where should the wedding supper be? Yonder under that apple tree. Uh-huh. 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 Here comes the heavy part. Well, they rode across a big wide lake. Uh-huh. They rode across a big wide lake. Uh-huh. They rode across a big wide lake. Got swallowed up by a big green snake. Uh-huh. Oh boy. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Sorry. I pulled that one out last night. I remembered it from like being a very little kid. It's a great song. But I gotta get the words down a little better. But anyway. All right. Sorry for that, everybody. But it's a great song.
Yeah.
All right, what are we doing next? Oh, here we are. I am going to do, let me get my mic thing. My mic's too loud, right, or something? Does the sound okay?
You're all right.
Okay. All right, so next song I'm going to do, I did last week at a open mic, and guess I'll try it again. Let me just make sure. I think I'll put my capo on for this one too. Okay, let's go here. Here we go. Come on, you. Well, it's a mighty hard road that my poor hands have hoed. My poor feet have traveled that hard, dusty road. Out of your deserts and westward we rolled, and your deserts was hot and your mountains, they were cold. I worked on your orchards of peaches and prunes. I slept 'neath the light of your pale harvest moon. On the edge of your city you'll see us, and then we'll come with the dust and we'll blow with the wind. California, Arizona, I work all your crops. Then it's north up to Oregon to gather in your hops. Dig the beets from the ground and cut the grapes from the vine to set on your table light sparkling wine. Pastures of plenty from dry desert ground, from the Grand Coulee Dam where the waters rage on down. Every state in this union us migrants have been, and we'll work in this fight, and we'll fight till we win. Now it's always we ramble, that river and I, all along your green valleys. I'll work till I die. My land I'll defend with my life if it be, 'cause my pastures of plenty must always be it free. It's a mighty hard road that my poor hands have hold. My poor feet have traveled that hard, dusty road. Out of your dust bowl and westward we rolled, and your deserts was hot, and your mountains, they were cold. It's an old Woody Guthrie tune. All right. Here's a little song, Lighten It Up. We used to do these concerts here on the island on a porch at a hotel in Edgartown, and so I wrote this promo song for that concert that got some airplay. I hope I remember the words. Let me be lazy on this blue sky summer day. Let me close my tired eyes and let my guitar play. Let me sit back and let my mind slide away. You know there's too many hard times. Let's enjoy the good times. You won't find a better time on the porch on an island day. Yesterday it came to me as the sweat poured down my face that I need to take some time because it's time you can't replace. The troubles on the back nine ain't as simple as they say. You know there's too many hard times. Let's enjoy the good times. You won't find a better time on the porch on an island day. So living here ain't as simple as the brochures seem to say, but the sea and the sky sure make it easier to stay. I guess I'll take the island over the city any day. You know there's too many hard times. Let's enjoy the good times. You won't find a better time on the porch on an island day. So just sit back and watch the sea as the sun is sinking low. Hold your lover's hands and let the good times roll. The ships are passing by as the tide begins to flow. You know there's too many hard times. Let's enjoy the good times. You won't find a better time on the porch on an island day. Something like that. Thank you.
Great.
I love that song.
Yeah. So what?
It's a good tune.
Any particular in-depth story about any of those songs?
Well, yeah, I could. The first song I probably learned when I was 5 years old. There's a million verses, and next I'll do it again. I get into songs I'll play for a week, and then I won't play them for a while. But there's a million verses, and there's different choruses. One of the choruses is Ringtum Body Michitambo, is kind of chanted in between the verses. So sometimes I sing it with that. But it's one of the first songs I probably ever learned, as folk songs. And I really like those old, songs. They were probably written in the 1800s, I'm going to guess. But I really like them. There's sort of even today with everything else, there's sort of a real pure spirit to them, I guess, if that's the word I could use. The second song is a Woody Guthrie song, I think, speaks to itself, about migrant workers and the Dust Bowl and the people that made this country. And always, it's a little different than the way he does it. I forgot who I learned it from, but it was a folk singer. It might have been a guy named David Good, but I think that's, if I remember the name, where I heard that version of that song. And then the last song I just mentioned was, we used to give these, porch concerts at a hotel in Edgartown here on the island, and a radio station that we have on the island that's actually a great radio station called WMVY, that you can get them on your internet. They play great music. It's a non-profit. I work for the non-profit. I help them. And in any event, I wrote that song to kind of hype the concert, and it actually got played all over the Cape, which was pretty cool. And it was just a silly, it wasn't a silly song, but it was just a song I wrote to help the concert.
I have a friend who plays down in the Keys, and that island port song would fit in right in with his music.
Oh, great. Well, if you can go to, what is it, Bandcamp, Tristan Israel at Bandcamp, whatever, you can find it there, or Spotify, or, all the usual, but it's called, the Porch Song, and Tristan Israel. And, definitely.
Yeah, I'll try and make an introduction. His name's Island Micah Gardner.
Okay. Or you can, give him my whatever, and I'll send him it, for sure.
Cool.
The Keys.
Yeah, maybe you guys can swap a song since you both live on the islands.
That's it. Yeah. The Keys are great. Well, I spent a little time in Key West many years ago. So different than here, but a great place.
Oh. What? All right. I guess Googie, if you want to do it, you're next.
All right.
So you probably have some stories to tell as far as songs that have to do with the election and your efforts with Years, and the movie. And
all right. I can add some stories. Yeah. Can you guys? I'm notoriously bad at making Zoom sound halfway decent.
Oh yeah, well, I almost forgot. Did you turn on original sound? There's an icon in the upper left part of the screen. It's called Turn on Original Sound. You want to click on that to turn it blue, so that.
All right. I'm on my phone. Does that even exist on a phone?
There's probably a drop down menu somewhere on the right or left. And there's a menu for options, and down there it should say something about original sound.
Yeah, not there. Not there. Yeah, I never actually found it on the phone, so I'll try.
You have a setup on the phone?
Pardon?
You have a setup?
Hang on.
Like a set? Because if you go there and go to audio, you might find it there.
Yeah. No, I got mute, stop video, share content, participants, more.
John, on the app, the first time that you do it,
oh, okay.
You have to actually leave the meeting.
Okay, you guys want me to do that and come back with original sound?
It's worth it because if you don't, when you're not singing actively, it's just going to go silent. So I'm pretty sure what you do is you leave the meeting,
Uh-huh.
And when you go back into Zoom, you have to change the setting to actually be able to do original sound. You have to like activate your ability to do it.
Got
Then once you get back into the meeting, then you'll see the option in the middle. It'll be one of those options.
Okay, cool. Guys, I'm going to disappear for a little bit. Shitty chat.
It should be quick. Just leave the meeting, and then it should be before you come back into the meeting.
Wait about 5 minutes.
Good luck.
All right, thanks, guys.
Today was the most spectacular day, wasn't it, Anthony? It was amazing today. The weather.
The weather.
I can't believe he fell for that. I just was trying to get rid of him.
Oh,
Just kidding. Just kidding.
terrible. That is terrible.
No, that is the only way that you can do it. But so I was doing a recording for a church to be able to basically it was their Sunday service, and we pre-taped it today.
Oh.
I came straight home and edited it, and then uploaded it to their website and everything. So I didn't get to enjoy the nice day.
I think tomorrow's supposed to be just as good. Get out, man. It was just like unbelievable.
Andy actually went swimming today, so that was cool.
Yeah, I believe it. It was that kind of weather.
Beautiful day, and I was so upset to be stuck inside. But tomorrow I have a tentative like shoot, but it should take very quick. And plus, they're not getting back to me on the time. So if they get back to me like, and they're like, "Can you come now?" I'll be like, "No." You got to plan. It's called, what does the solar system do when it wants to get together?
That's right.
What do solar systems, galaxies do when they want to get together? They
What-
plan it.
They plan it.
Plan
Yeah,
it.
that's true.
Did you get it? Did you figure it out, Joe?
I got it.
No,
I got it.
sorry, original sound.
What about wormholes? How do they figure into that?
Oh, they suck.
Oh,
Or actually, black hole is what sucks. Did you figure it out, John?
It said enable original sound.
It sounds a lot better.
That was incredible.
Yeah.
Like, I stopped going to Zoom meetings because it was just pissing me off.
Doesn't it sound better? I think it does.
It's got to be way better because they're set.
And you enabled it in the app as well, just now as you came in?
Yeah. Yeah, and I've enabled original sound.
Great, man.
It showed up in the drop down. Wow, learn something new every day. Thank you.
Welcome.
Wow. Okay, stories. Election songs. Thomas, you steered me down this path. This one's actually, I forget which time frame I wrote it in, but it's a pretty old song. So this divide that's in our country, to me, is nothing new. It's been around for a long time. It's real frustrating, and I've tried to keep all my Facebook friends who post wacky stuff these days, hoping they'll wake up. And I don't know if they are going to, and it makes me real nervous because I just saw on the news that Donald Trump's refusing to concede this election. But that's kind of what this song has been about for a long time, and I do think electing Biden's a nice step for environmentalists and people who care about Black Lives Matter and actually still believe that we have freedom of the press and some sort of democracy. But I think if we don't have these dialogues with each other and communicate, then we're really not going to make any progress. And that's what this song's about. If it sounds terrible, somebody shout. Good. Stoned out hippie, guitar playing, long hair, tie-dye, beard unshaven, hanging out, misbehaving, living day to day. Finger pointing 9 to 5 and Bible thumping, talk show jiving, raise my voice, the bombs start flying, you gotta have your way. Why you always put me down? As this old world keeps spinning around and round, I know that this is your land, but this is my land too. And if you look inside my heart, you'll see I bleed red, white, and blue. Left and right are always fighting, well, our enemies uniting, wasting time on wrong and right. Hell, I seen shades of gray. If we don't seek love and peace, well, the flag will fall from this disease. Yeah, hatred brings us to our knees, freedoms fade away. And ashes, ashes all fall down. This old world keeps spinning round and round. I know that this is your land, but this is my land too. And if you look inside my heart, you'll see I bleed red, white, and blue. Well, I've seen the beauty of this land, from mountain snow to desert sand. Find the ties that bind, I know you can. Divided we fall, but united we stand. And I know that this is your land, but this is my land too. And if you look inside my heart, you'll see I bleed red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. All right. Somebody shout in. I really hadn't given a lot of thought to what to play today. So if you're in the mood for something, I got a lot of songs, so I can usually come up with something to sing about.
Whatever you're feeling, man.
All right. What? Pardon, Thomas?
You remember the Dingy song?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about that.
It's all right.
Well, for you out of towners is what I'm going to call you. for our guests across the country in Cleveland, a couple of younger folks made a house party. It was in their basement, and almost just a lot of the music community would take turns. They'd have 5, 6 artists once a month, and the basement was decorated really beautiful with awesome lighting and vinyl records all up on the ceiling. And what was really amazing about it was it kind of reminded me of when I was in college. We would throw house parties with live music, and then DJs kind of took over the world, and people weren't relating like that. So I showed up at this house I had been invited to play, and it was a regular old party, and as soon as the artist would show up on this beautiful stage they'd built in this beautiful basement that they had created, you could hear a pin drop in this room. And I was always worried that somehow or another we'd start a fire down there and all die, but we didn't. And this all kind of happened when Trump became the president. I was like, man, what kind of world are we passing off to these wonderful young people? Because I'm sure you all remember that, you know, our generation, some of us were like, oh, these millennials, they ain't figured their shit out, and, you know, they're what's wrong with the country. And the young people like you, Cole, that I know, I have high hopes that you guys are going to kick ass, and I want all those opportunities that I've had to be there when you guys go through your adulthood and stuff. So that was kind of what was circling through my noggin as I wrote this one. And I haven't played it for a minute, so hopefully I'll get some of the chords right. And decide if I'll play it with a pick, maybe. Does it still sound good with a pick, guys? Good. Man, did I just kill, thanks to you guys, the Zoom audio plague? I'm really happy about that.
Pretty well.
Good. So it's called Dingy. The kids were dreaming of a special place where their friends hung out. The music played, caring, sharing, speakers blaring, tripping through the haze. Vinyl preachers from the glory days, yeah, generation it's lost its way, wondering where we went astray. Got nothing to say, but the lies we tell to just get by, the mess we sell you shouldn't buy. I'm praying tonight you might find some peace of mind when the kids are dingy. Well, it's alright, yeah, it's alright, and when your heart gets stingy, it's alright, yeah, it's alright, and when the music's stingy, it's alright, 'cause we living in a perfect world tonight. Well, you're so much more than 9 to 5. Don't you settle for the daily grind. Keep trying to find your place. Stop waiting for your time. Well, the hand-me-downs that we gave to you, well, they're so ratty, they just won't do. We make you wear them anyway. You can see right through the holes inside our alibis, the truth we sub out for them lies. I'm praying tonight you might find some peace of mind when the kids are dingy. Well, it's alright, and when your heart gets stingy, well, it's alright, yeah, it's alright, and when the music's stingy, well, it's alright, 'cause we living in a perfect world. Tonight can't last forever. Tonight can't last forever. I wish it could last forever. Tonight can't last forever. Whoa, 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 whoa.
kids are dingy. Well, it's alright, yeah, it's alright. And when your heart gets stingy, it's alright, yeah, it's alright. And when the music's stingy, it's alright, yeah, it's alright. 'Cause we living in a perfect world where the kids are dingy. It's alright, yeah, it's alright. And when your heart gets stingy, it's alright, yeah, it's alright. And when the basement's stingy, it's alright, it's alright. 'Cause we living in a perfect world tonight. Yeah, we living in a perfect world. Yeah, we living in a perfect world tonight.
Nice song, man.
Thanks, guys. Yes.
Is that original?
Yep, yep. I don't play too
Yeah.
many covers.
Nice writing, man.
I used to know some, but then when the more I wrote, the more my friend Ray, and this is no like dogging anybody who sings covers, but one of my friends Ray once said, he goes, "You never hear comedians covering other comedians' jokes," and I was like, "Oh, no, you don't," and so I kind of feel like when, as an artist, when I got something that I want to communicate, I try to kind of go into my bin a little bit more than, because there are absolutely so many great songs that I relate to, and every now and then I will pull them out, but I do a lot of writing.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I think the only thing, I mean, more so, I think more with folk songs and old blues songs, I think it's important for young people especially, but people to remember those songs because those are the roots of our culture.
Yeah. Now, like one of the songs that I probably pull out most often is Stephen Foster's "Hard Times" when I do play covers. And a lot of times I do that because that song's always amazed me, in that I think no matter, like, for all eternity, whatever generation hears that song, they're going to be able to relate to it.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the
It's,
thing. And like, so new songs are great too. So I think,
yeah. Yeah, I'm more like, some guys are great musicians and they spend their whole lives in cover bands, and stuff. And, um, I was in a cover band in college and all that, but I feel like I kind of wanted to move on. You kind of inspired me. This is actually the next one I'm going to play is my latest song. I'm gonna check the tuning real quick since I just dropped that D. If you can't hear me because I'm mumbling, it's one of my strengths. I'm a master of mumbling. I'm not a big fan of writing songs about these big shared experiences that we get sometimes. There's a couple of examples of that. I thought 9/11 was the inspiration for a lot of really crappy music. And it was because there's this intense emotion that hits you right in that moment, and without really giving a kind of a passage of time to let stuff sink in, it doesn't really
kind of, you know, oh, 9/11's like, what a tragedy. And then you don't really catch all the layers of what's happening. And that's why I don't think there's a ton of songs remembered from that era or from that experience. I once had a friend who hosted an open mic who, it was when I lived in Omaha and I had moved to Cleveland, and he passed away well, he did suicide. And I really missed all my friends at that moment, and really felt on a little bit of an island of grief. And I think all of us as songwriters and musicians, when we have those emotions, we grab our instrument and start noodling, because guitar is a very good friend to me, and I'm sure your instruments are really good friends to you guys. And I started writing a song that basically the lyrics were, "Suicide is bad, why'd you do it?" And then I thought about all my musician and songwriting friends back in Omaha pretty much probably writing the same song, and I threw the guitar down in horror. Threw it gently, and ended up with a really decent song out of that about a year later. But it was when things, you know, there was an angle and an approach that probably said the same thing, but it just said it in a way that was more powerful. So I'm sure a lot of us have been kind of on the edges of this pandemic and what it means to us. And I'm not sure this is all that good a song, but I probably wrote it about 6 weeks ago. And it might be the only thing I ever really write about the emotions that been going through during the pandemic. And hopefully it makes it at least into the not crappy bin. But we'll see. You guys are the first people that are songwriters who can critique it a little bit. So if you like it, that'll make me smile a wee bit. And if it sucks, let me know, because I'll stop playing it. Never said I love you, that's my bad. I didn't understand the things we had. Last night I dreamed we were playing songs together. Sometimes I wish my dreams would last forever. A galaxy so distant, the universe ain't right without your smile. Scattered in an instant, the universe ain't right without your smile. The tragedy of harmony surrendered. Music's fading fast, but I still remember the song about the time when you and I got high together. Wish I could write a song that lasts forever. A galaxy so distant, the universe ain't right without your smile. Scattered in an instant, the universe ain't right without your smile. find beauty every day. But ever since you went away, it's so hard to be easy. Shadow in the moonlight, find comfort when you sleep tonight. But it's so hard to be easy. Galaxy so distant, the universe ain't right without your smile. Scattered in an instant, the universe ain't right without your smile. Without your smile, without your smile. Oh, thanks, guys. Is it a keeper? That's what I need to know.
So, what's next for you after the election's over?
So there was an announcement that Joe Biden is rapidly writing executive orders to undo a lot of the executive order damage that Donald Trump did, and there's just going to be a pile of them when he steps into the White House. And obviously, the executive orders that shrunk our national monuments, Bears Ears National Monument and Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument. I'm really hoping that he just drops a bomb on Trump's executive orders and restores the monuments. Unfortunately, I think because they also revised the management plans for those two areas, it could get very complicated. And also, my friends who live adjacent to those monuments, there's a lot of militias. In one town, Escalante, Utah, it was actually the town government created under the guise of like search and rescue or town protection. Almost like a city-wide sanctioned militia. So my environmentalist friends down there barely put their heads out of their house, and I haven't talked to them since the election. But if there's to be any healing in this country, I have a feeling those militias would get really angry if Biden takes action to restore those places. So until I have some conversations with some friends, I do know all my the organizations that I work with have been very busy for the last almost a year preparing a wish list if we did get a new administration. So we're going to do that. Now that the documentary is behind me, Musicians Saving Our Home Planet, going to move to the forefront. And I'm really excited about our new relationship with the Buffalo Field Campaign. They actually made a post about us 2, 3 days ago. Today is uh, uh, mammal. Obama made the bison the American mammal, and today was Bison Day or something, American Bison Day. So the guys at the Buffalo Field campaign have been celebrating all day, and when they made their initial post about celebrating, they mentioned our partnership on Indigenous Peoples Day. So that was really cool of them. They have like 45,000 Facebook followers. So I think that's close to the most attention our little environmental music combination club has gotten. So it was pretty big news.
Yeah, one of the things he did when in the first couple of years he was in, which a lot of people don't know, but it was really horrible. It just shows how pervasive. Um, so they had Obama initiated a plastic bottle ban in national parks, and 20% of the waste in national parks was plastic water bottles. So a year or two after Trump got in, he reversed that, which is obviously catering to the big companies like Nestle's and everything, so that they could produce plastic water bottles. It's just, which was just inconceivable, but that every fabric of our society they've deregulated, and that's a major. So I hope that they will return to glass water bottles for national parks.
Yeah, well, everybody was bringing in their Nalgene, I think that's what they're called, bottles. And I'm terrible about plastic, mostly because my favorite uh, 0-calorie beverage comes in little plastic bottles.
Yeah, yeah.
But my wife and I recycle them, although that doesn't seem to work nowadays.
I'm
Here,
also terrible with plastic.
Well, the ocean. You probably know this. But when they do like whatever a microscopic or whatever they do analysis of ocean water anywhere in the world, there's measurable plastic in that water.
yeah, no, I mean, there's some new folks here that I don't know. I made a documentary called Common Ground in America. Um, if you go to Musicians Saving Our Home Planet or my Facebook page or Common Ground in America documentary Facebook, somewhere on those pages is links to that. It just came out on YouTube. But one of the guys I interviewed was the guy who pretty much saved all the grizzly bears. His name's Doug Peacock. Any of you guys ever read any Edward Abbey books?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was the guy who the character Hayduke was based on in the Monkey Wrench gang. And when I interviewed him, he said, we're running out of time. We're going to end up being a thin band of plastic in the side of some mountain in geological time. So I was really glad that didn't get edited out of the movie. It was something that I thought was important for people to put a little perspective on and stuff. So yeah, I'm pretty energized. My small business has managed to stay afloat during the pandemic. Actually, doing halfway decent, and I'm looking forward to putting a little bit more focus into it because that documentary took about 3.5 years of my time. And it was the best experience ever, but I don't think I like making films. I think I want to be more frontline work and put a lot of my environmental efforts into Musicians Saving Our Home Planet. I think we've already done some really good work with that, and I think it has a ton of potential.
I just wanted to say that last song you played. You said my one of my songs, I don't remember, was mesmerizing, but that song that you just played, the last one, was mesmerizing as hell.
Cool. Well, I'll make it a keeper then. Yeah, all your songs were mesmerizing because that intricate finger picking is just it really does send me in a little bit of a trance around everything else that's happening in your music. It's such a
Well, I
such
saw
a
you. Well, I saw you closing your eyes, and so it kind of made me feel more comfortable in the music and performing it. Sort of with that in mind that people were actually listening. So I could.
yeah. Now that's been really nice. I've noticed that everybody's really paying attention tonight. Um, and I have written a song. It's called "Thanks for Listening." We can all write our songs and stuff. Um, but I think when we write them, it's funny when you're 20 years old. Oh, I want to be a rock star and make money and meet women and I love all those things, of course. But I think what we really want to do is kind of communicate and get whatever it is we're feeling and thinking about and share it. And this has been a real nice night tonight because I think that's happened.
Googie, I feel so attacked.
Want to go ahead and play the song? I'm sure.
Why?
Come on, I wrote a song of how I want you to have a great life, and I sang it for you
That's
tonight.
fair. I'm just saying, as a literal 20-year-old.
Oh well.
No, I was talking, and Cole.
Oh, I'm
'Cause-
I'm just messing with you.
Wait,
I'm just
wait,
messing.
wait. No. Please listen to me for a second, because this
Yes,
is
sir.
important. I was talking about how I felt when I was 20 and what I've kind of learned along the way. Okay? So I think it's, because I'm friends with a lot of people, through the music, including yourself. And, I'm not telling you how to think, but hopefully I'm opening up a little bit of perspective.
Oh,
So I totally agree with what you're saying, John, except I wish I was fucking 20 and wanted to be a star again. And I had it all before me. I would do it differently, but I'd probably still want to, at 72, I can agree with what you're saying. So Cole, fucking go for it. I want to see your name in lights, man.
hopefully, maybe someday.
Yeah. Well, guys, I think one of the things that I've learned is that the musicians who really have success are able to find some sort of connection with what they're singing about, right? When you're honest with your communication, when you're not like, oh man, alternative country's hot this month, so I used to be in a metal band, but now I'm doing an alternative country band, and we're gonna sing about what they want to hear.
Yeah, the other thing that I will say for myself, for me,
Mhm.
if I could go back in time, I was wasted playing music and not focused. And so if I could do it all over again and I was 20, that's what I would take from where I am now in my old age. But anyway,
Right.
Cole,
And
you seem to have Cole, go for it, man.
Cole, go find a guy. His name's Fantastic Negrito. He's an artist out of San Francisco.
Okay.
Probably the most talented human being I've ever done a recording session with, and we did more than one. And if you can go read his life story, he was signed to the biggest new deal for an artist in the history of music when he signed his deal at about the age of 21. Can I spell Fantastic Negrito? Fantastic is just like it sounds. Negrito is Negro. Yeah, something like that. He's based out of San Francisco. So the record that he did with that $1 million signing bonus sold about 10 copies, and he quit music after getting in a car accident that almost killed him, put him in a coma. And then sometime in his mid 40s, his kid wouldn't shut up. He had a baby, and the kid wouldn't shut up, and he remembered he had kept one of his guitars. I mean, he'd sold everything. He goes in the closet and he picks up the guitar and starts playing and singing, and the kid like immediately stops crying and starts paying attention to his father playing. And he won the first Tiny Desk concert on NPR.
No.
And his first two records as Fantastic Negrito won Best Modern Blues Record, Grammy Awards, and his new record just came out. It released to number one. And if you listen to him, like I just saw an interview with him. I saw him, he came to Cleveland about a year ago. We reconnected. But when he did the interview, it was like so funny because back when he was a kid, he was really chasing it. And this time around, it just ended up being very organic because he's singing about stuff that he's really passionate about. He's quite the social activist. If you guys saw that big music video that came out right before the election, he was one of the artists in it. It had like I think Sting was in it, couple other there was like 20 sort of famous musicians who did a song. He was part of that.
Speaking of Grammy award winning amazing performances, songwriters, I think Dane still has to play.
Yes, and Dane needs to get his damn Grammy.
Dane, can you please play? We've been talking for a long time and I couldn't help but notice we weren't playing music.
I'd let Dane play, but I'm wishing that Forest Maintenance, that song you mentioned, thanking the people.
Can't really hear you, Thomas.
The song you mentioned, thanking the people. You want to play that one before we end the night, Googie?
Um, I think I've played enough. If you guys really want to hear more of me, I think you got a nice dose tonight. But yeah, I want to hear some Dane actually.
Yeah, but we're gonna hear Dane. 'Cause
Yeah,
Dane blows the walls off everything every time.
exactly.
Dane, play before I fall asleep.
I know I'm falling asleep. I'm pretty tired.
Yeah.
Um
While playing that would be interesting, but
all right, I'll just play one. I got a new song I'm working on, and I don't really have vocals for it yet. Maybe I'll improvise some. We'll see. But give me 1 second.
So quick funny side note. I have my window like cracked open and my neighbors are jamming out to a song that I actually like helped to write a few years ago. Just absolutely they're like singing along, screaming. I'm like, that's pretty cool.
That's awesome, man. All right, I'm gonna attempt this. This one's a little hard to pull off. Sorry, I don't know what happened. I screwed it up. Try that once more. Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties. I'm sorry, I'm really tired. I'm gonna try once more.
Wow.
Yeah, you gotta write some vocals for it. I was just kind of jamming on it.
Yeah, I mean, vocals would be good, but it's great the way you just did it.
Dane,
Thanks,
that was
man.
so amazing, man. Goddamn.
Thanks, Anthony.
Right.
I concur totally. Almost fell off my couch.
I almost fell off your couch. Dude, so good. And will you please just play one more? Let's count that as 2. Give us one more, man.
Play one more.
I don't. All right. I haven't sang all day, but I'll play a really quick one. I know you said you liked.
Thank you. You know, the first half of my first song, my voice was not warmed up. I hadn't sang at all. So by the end of the song, I warmed up. Doesn't
I
matter.
had the same thing. My brain, I
You know?
wasn't. It took me a half a song to be in my desk here, and
Yeah. By the time you warmed up, your set's over.
yeah.
Love to hear one more song, Dane. Thank you. You're amazing.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I always feel that way when I do Megan's 48-hour fest. So you don't just being one person. It's one thing to play. An hour is a long time to play, but in a band, it's a little different. But when you're by yourself, man, it's especially at like 2 in the morning. I don't know why, but I can't make it to not. I can't. My wah pedal, when I switch it, it always makes that noise. I can't figure it out why it does that. Anyways, alright. So yeah, this one's called Sounds Familiar. It's a quick one. Let's see if I can sing. I was born in the background, a whistle in your ear. I was born, but don't ask for permission to be here, alive long enough to say goodnight. Am I grown or just act like I'm passing through the years? I'll just say sounds familiar. I'll just say sounds familiar. I was warm
just say sounds familiar. I'll just say sounds familiar. I'll just say sounds familiar. I'll just say sounds familiar.
Thanks, guys.
Damn it, Dane.
Fuck you, Dane. You're way too good.
You guys are too nice, man.
Can't fucking stand it. Damn it. Like, I have like a list of like favorite songwriters, and like you keep like just going like this to like different people on the list. You're just like knocking them down and just like climbing your way up to the fucking top.
Yeah, Dane, I was number 1 until you came around.
Exactly.
Your songs are awesome, Cole.
But your songs are awesome.
Oh, god damn.
Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate you.
We appreciate you.
I enjoy playing them.
Yeah. Wow. Boom. You just dropped the mic. So good. Just like your sense of chord structure, arpeggiating those chords and voicing them in a certain way, a certain path, a certain direction. And then the way that you sing over it, just like the combination. I've never heard anything like that. I just haven't.
That's
a great
really,
word,
really nice.
arpeggiating. I like it.
Yeah, because he's not just like strumming
No,
chords.
I get, absolutely. No, I know what you mean.
Breaking them up into these voicings and this delivery that he's curating this delivery of the music instead of just because he could play the song just by strumming it and it'd still be a great song, but instead he's carefully giving it to us in like a certain order, and that's my jam. That is what I live for.
By the way, Anthony, that song that I did, that I said I kind of got some of my shtick for it, I guess, from you and from Dane that I did. I did it wrong because I didn't finger pick it, and I realized afterwards I totally missed the whole thing. You reminded me of that.
If you haven't played a song in a while, that can happen. Yeah,
Well, this is a new song. I was so excited to play for you, and then I didn't do it.
Play it again for one of the other 7 open mics.
Yeah, I will.
I thought you did awesome, Tristan.
Thanks, man. I also Ian's song, which is I can't get out of my head, and it's so simple, and I was like, man, I just had a brain fart. I couldn't play it.
Oh, it's super catchy, man. I really liked it too.
Yeah, and actually I got to go hear the tape because I didn't get in until after you did it. So I want to hear how you did it because I guess it's very, very different, obviously.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's one of those songs I'm washing the dishes and I just like the hook comes, gets, he's got a good hook on that.
Yeah, no, it's really catchy. It was like it gave me like almost like a Paul McCartney vibe. It's just really, really well written song and just very catchy and very nice message, nice lyrics.
He's an interesting guy.
Dude, I'm just so glad that you're writing so much right now, and if like, I don't know if I've sort of gotten like a little bit of a sense that you aren't like working a ton right now, or maybe at all.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to figure that out right now, actually. But yeah, my job has never called me back. I work downtown at a restaurant.
Yeah.
But
Don't go
Yeah,
back.
I saved all my money throughout all this stuff going on. I was on unemployment and I was really frugal, so I saved a bunch of
Hey, if
money.
you can find a place here, we got landscaping work.
Yeah, I got to do something. I'm
It's hard. It's the opposite here. We can't find enough people to do the work here. It's crazy.
Dane,
there's this,
we'll just go fund me your living. Just don't get a job. Just keep writing
There
music.
you go.
I mean, it has given me a lot of opportunity, and these open mics has really like it's made me get off my ass with stuff.
Dane,
I always feel bad. I feel like I don't put enough effort into it sometimes, but just with like the prompts and stuff for Jared's.
oh whatever.
And
I'll just start a label and just like fund your music. Don't you get a job, just keep making music.
I wish you guys all lived by me, cause man, I would love to jam with you guys, but
I think that's what you've been doing all night.
well, yeah, for sure. No, these Zooms have been really great for me, cause
But
it was really rough before I started coming to these when I was just like alone all the time.
Dane, I did send you a link to this thing that you plug all your three instruments into it, and you don't have to like unplug and replug. You just like switch between them. It's probably something you can't afford at the moment, but eventually it's pretty handy.
Yeah, I could totally have my acoustic plugged into my mixer, but I like to run it through some of the same pedals as the electric. That's why I switch it like that.
Yeah,
But I got to start recording.
please do.
But
I'll
you know,
make
speaking of that, did Kennedy ask you about recording? Cuz she was asking me about like what my setup was, and I was like, you should talk to Anthony cuz I really don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
yeah.
But our Focusrites are good, right? That's what I suggested for like a starter, like the Focusrite bundle.
It's like the only brand to get. Sounds great, and your mic sounds great. So.
Yeah, I told her this mic came in the package and the headphones. So, but I was just curious.
I've gotten that same package for people, and it sounds great.
All right, cool.
Thank you for your patience, Thomas. We are so psyched to hear you.
Okay, Anthony, I had a question for Dane real quick. Dane, you said your wah-wah was making an ugly noise when you clicked it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, do it again with your reverb muted and see if it just turns into a baby little click.
Oh. Yeah, it's a little less because
Yeah.
I have the reverb after it.
Yeah, so the click is just it's like when you drop a guitar amp with a spring reverb on it. It's just
Yeah, but no, it's still there's something wrong with that. It shouldn't pop like.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird.
Dane, I have a suggestion.
What's that?
They make these things called true bypass loopers. So, you know what I'm talking about? It's like a hardware sort of like it's a pedal that just has like looping like basically it's like in and out. So you would plug your wah pedal through it, and then instead of turning on and off your wah by like pressing down the pedal awkwardly, you just press the switch and it's like it would be clean. It would sound perfect.
Oh, okay. No, I've never heard of that.
It's called a true bypass looper, and they make one like for just one single loop pedal. It's not a looper, it's like a loop of pedals.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Same word, different meaning. But you could do like a whole string of pedals and turn them all on and off. But it's handy. So, but they make big switchers and small switchers alike.
Yeah, I just usually when I'm clicking it on and off, I just try to do it in time with the song so it sounds like that's just like a percussive sound.
It's not
And make sure I'm not recording so it doesn't loop it.
it's not supposed to do that, so I'd say either get it fixed or get one of those true bypass loopers.
Yeah, I figured it wasn't supposed to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also got to get a pedal board eventually, but that's more for playing out than, sitting here in my room, but
Did I send you a picture of my pedal board?
I don't think so.
I'll send it to you. It's absurd. It's all MIDI. Everything's
Oh, nice.
MIDI on it. MIDI key.
Tyler had a really cool pedal board that he said he made it in like shop class in like high school or something. It's just a wooden pedal board. It's pretty cool though.
Good job, man. Thomas!
Thanks, man.
All right.
Let's verify card.
Crystal Raindrops. Now do something more traditional. Christmas song. Boogie knows this one. It's a variation of it. Christmas song. All right. Okay. A little bit of everything thrown into. Alright.
Woo!
Hey, did you ever, Thomas? I was thinking. I know this is probably off the wall, but some of your stuff would be great for uh, background music for silent films. And I'm being really serious because some of I was especially like the last one you played, but I don't know. I was just hearing that. I don't know. I love silent film, so I'm like a silent film.
Well, especially if you can fit the dynamic with what's happening on the screen.
Yeah,
Someone's being murdered or something, then you.
yeah,
A little bit of tension. But
definitely.
really good set tonight. I don't know. You were kind of digging into some tones and some frequencies and some intervals that were definitely telling a story. Really, really good stuff. I mean, like, definitely brought out some different feelings and emotions and moods. So, great work.
Alright. So we're coming to the end of the music part of all Googie. If you can play that song about being thankful to everyone. What is that, Nicholas? What are you trying? I mean, Anthony. Here's
Hey
some-
Thomas, I think that was enough Googie for one night, man.
All right.
That's okay.
All right.
I
Well,
I do I will say I really appreciate joining you guys tonight, and once again this was a really fun group because I think we did invest in each other's music tonight, and that's very rewarding. And if I get myself back in here, I will play that song next time. How's that sound?
all right. We do this every Thursday, 9 to 12:30. And this week we had a special. There was an international music festival going on this Thursday, so we moved it to Saturday. And that's why we had having it tonight instead of Thursday.
Well, I think it was really a nice way to celebrate a very historic day in America, and so because of that, I'll always remember tonight's songwriter night.
It was an historic evening, big time.
All right. Um,
Are
Um,
all you are all you guys on Facebook? I can find you.
yeah, we're easy to find. We're in that group.
Yeah, if you just search my name, you'll find me.
Are you in that group chat that like all the shit happens in?
yeah, we have the group chat. We'll add Googie to that.
Can I say something with like 100% utmost respect? I Googie, is that your nickname?
That's
Clay?
what people call me. Yeah.
Your music is incredible. I love everything. I'm so psyched to meet you. I also want to say that you look similar to Tommy Chong.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, like dude, like he
All
looks.
right, so I'll break out my stoner music in addition to my heartfelt, sensitive music.
Yeah.
We all play.
Off the Tommy Chong big time. Like, damn, you got the Tommy Chong.
He's a hero. I've actually, without knowing that I was doing it, I guess I've copped his look.
Dude, he's copping your look. It's great. You are killing it.
He's been around, man.
I just like Google search just to like kind of make sure, and I'm like, it's you. It's awesome.
Well, normally I wear more a goatee, but it's the pandemic. Life's boring, so I let a few extra hairs grow out.
Well, it's great to meet you. And
It's really been nice meeting you, Anthony. And I'm sure I'll learn more about you by following you on the Book of Face.
fake book.
Yeah.
I
Get
think.
guys, have you guys noticed that the the everything kind of toned down the anger on Facebook over the last 3 weeks.
I think they've been
Not that it
cutting.
doesn't. It's not that it doesn't exist, but there seems like there's less of it.
I don't know. A little bit. It's still there, man. It's just the algorithm not showing you as much.
Yeah.
It comes in waves.
They got.
People are
They
very
got. I tried to. I tried to boost the link to my documentary, which wait, the message on my documentary is literally like what Americans still have in common, and we work best when we work together. That's kind of and like 2 seconds later, I got a post saying we don't want to take your money. It's too political.
That is fucked up.
I was
That
like,
show you talked about, Anthony, that was good on Netflix there. I think you talked about it.
Social dilemma.
Yeah.
So, do us a favor and not in this chat right here, but like the musicians workshop chat.
mhm.
You are going to get in. He's gonna add you. Tom's gonna add you. Just post a link to the movie, to the film.
Yeah.
Sure.
I actually was the projectionist for a film festival for the last like 5 years or something. I didn't do it this summer because of COVID, but I could try to get your film put into there.
Okay, yeah. I don't know if it's really festival worthy. I entered it in like 3 before COVID hit, and then once it hit, I was kind of like, I can put it online just as well as they can. So
Someone else will be the judge of that because it might
Yeah.
be like a hit.
Yeah, let us viewers be the judge of that.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, some people like it actually. It's really information dense, and
I really liked it.
You watched
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, I did. I was at the premiere. Not a big deal.
Well, kick ass. I would like to, because I could introduce it to some pretty big wigs.
Nice, because
Dude, it was so good. I loved it so much.
I had one live showing in Utah that I right like the week before COVID hit, and the guy who played Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs happened to be one of the 30 people in this tiny little town who showed up to see the movie. And I explained to everybody I didn't know what I was doing, but I did my best before the movie started. And he came up afterwards. He was like, "You're a documentarian now." And I was kind of scared.
I loved the Man with an iPhone productions.
Yeah, angry man with an iPhone.
Yeah.
I would be afraid of that guy too. That's amazing. Cool story.
You know what you reminded me of? Like before there was cell phones, my wife and I went on a vacation to New York, and there were no cell phones. I think in Finland they were starting to happen, actually, but they hadn't happened here at all. And in the middle of New York, there was a dude walking down the street, and he was screaming into a phone. And I remember how, taken aback we were, and how weird that was, and how unusual that was. And then, you flash forward 20 years, and everybody's fucking screaming into these things. But it was so out of place and so bizarre back then. So anyway.
Oh, I remember when like young women were able to text, and you'd be at a bar and you couldn't pull their attention from
Yeah.
their phones, and it was
Well, you know what? The biggest thing I think beyond all well, a major thing that's changed, which I like to put about. So, like 30 years ago, if I was in a field, I'd doing landscaping and cutting a field, and it's the middle of the day, and I'm thinking about you, for example, something I want to say to you. So I'll be working and I'll process that, and all right, yeah, I got to call this John and blah blah blah. And at the end of the day, I'll get home and give you a call and talk to you. Today, if I'm in a field thinking about you, I don't have to process anything. I just can call you instantly. And I don't know if that's better or worse, but it's an entirely different dynamic in the, just from a up here, human to human thing, so I don't know. Anyway, if I'm making sense,
No, no, you are, and it's some days I want to take my phone and throw it as far as I can and not actually go retrieve it because there are a lot of things that suck about them, but the connectivity that's our technology, I wouldn't know you guys.
that's
Simply
true. I
put,
mean, yeah, I'm not saying it's a negative. I'm just saying it's just
yeah. I'm
totally, it's
saying
a
I
different,
try to embrace.
different. You know, when I was in, I'm in government. I've been in government for a long time, and local government, and that was the same thing. If an issue came up, you would process it. You would maybe make a phone call at some point about it. But you then go to a meeting and discuss it. Today, if an issue comes up, and sometimes I'm guilty, I can immediately panic about whatever it is going on and start from wherever I am and start reacting to it. And again, I don't know if that's good or bad, but it's just very, very different. I can sit at a meeting with other people at the same meeting, and they're texting people to get viewpoints of people who are either in the audio or either who are out there. And now, not now under Zoom, but when just before COVID, sitting
Mhm.
at meetings. Um, so so it's just a whole different, thought process. And again, I don't know if it's better or worse. It's just very, very different. It's more impulsive, obviously.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I do. You have that option to let stuff stew inside. You know, whereas back in the day, you didn't really have the option to
No.
get that immediacy if it was that.
And I'm sure, I mean, as much as revolutionary, I was also thinking, as revolutionary as this all has been, I guess for the people who were there before telephones, it was probably just as a profound a change. You know,
And that's something that we're pretty lucky to have witnessed some pretty major technological revolutions in our lifetimes. Not necessarily that they're all for the better. Sometimes I think the technology gets ahead of our ability to use it and process.
well,
What?
10,000 years ago, as I sound like, as we all know, I mean, we were fucking hunter gatherers, living, you know. We were just making friends with dogs, which was probably the best thing we ever did, by the way.
Oh my God! There's a Facebook post. But it it it's weird because like some of us, will work 10-hour days, 6 days a week to basically accomplish what those hunter gatherers did, in 4-hour days.
Yep.
Um, so that's like I always wonder because of the amount of time I spend outdoors and fishing and foraging and gardening, if if the big computer virus comes and the electricity turns off and all that, just how well I would handle existence. Um, I'm sure I would do better than some, but worse than a lot of other people. But I do keep that in the back of my head.
Well, that's one of the things I'm living here. I know we got lots of shellfish.
Exactly, and you know how to go get them.
And yeah, and like you and your mushrooms, there's a lot in the woods that we can eat, but it wouldn't be, it would suck. I think we could do it, but it would suck. I mean, I'm used to, especially in my old age, like being warm at night, by turning a dial.
We really have made it pretty easy.
Yeah. And along with that, the dog that we befriended 10,000 years ago, he expects or she expects a bowl of food on the floor.
Yeah, nothing would piss you off more than you finally hunted and gathered dinner and you turn around and your dog ate it.
Yeah. Well, I'm figuring that's how they. I'm figuring that's how they probably were hanging out around the caves, when the people were throwing the scraps out, And they said, and then they figured out, hey, it's warm in that cave. You know what's amazing? I don't know. I'm digressing, but they did a thing in Russia. I don't know. It was on PBS or something like 20 years ago, but they did it. There was a woman who took foxes, wild foxes, and one group of the foxes they pretty much tried to domesticate. They were friendly to, they fed, they tried to train, and they raised generations of them. The other group they left pretty wild, didn't do any of that. And the physical, over about 5 or 6 generations, the physical appearance of the foxes that they were domesticating changed. Its tail changed, its coloring changed, its whole look changed. In a way that became more very dog-like. And it didn't take very long. I mean, and if you think about it, all the breeds of dogs we have, most of them, are probably less than 1,000 years old. 400 or 500 years old. So anyway, I love dogs, so I can get me going on dogs.
Have you met Thomas's friend Megan?
Was Megan maybe the last? I don't know. I met a woman at the last one.
48-hour fest.
Oh yeah, Megan. Okay, yes.
Yeah, I sense you guys have a shared passion for doggies.
Incredible songwriter. She's just amazing.
Cool. I don't know if I've heard her play. I'll have to
just go to her page or whatever and just look at videos because there are a ton of performances. And Dee's her bass player.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Dee's great.
Yeah, if you haven't played 48-hour virtual music fest yet, you should definitely do that.
Yeah, I will. I like watching. I like watching some of my Cleveland buddies do it.
Yeah, I kind of want the Cleveland people to have the seniority on that, and I don't want to
I agree.
Oh no way, guys!
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you, that's like.
I'll do it sometime. I do have an hour.
No, you guys. I'm just gonna tell you, Megan would be excited to have you there. She's really democratic about, making sure that everybody gets, their moment within that festival, and stuff. And we like being exposed to new musicians, music, and music communities. So yeah, it's totally not a Cleveland thing.
Okay.
It's meant to grow.
Yeah, you guys should definitely do it.
We'll do it sometime. Last one, I had too much work going on and too much other stuff. It was just a little too busy.
So you're from Cleveland Heights. Is that the same thing as Shaker Heights?
It's like a neighboring community.
So what are those, like hills that are overlooked?
Yeah, actually, Cleveland actually has a downtown, and then you kind of climb up a hill into what's called the Heights.
So I used to know. I remember meeting people from Shaker Heights, and I wrote a song. Actually, I wrote a song. Maybe next time I'm here. Actually, I just realized I used Shaker Heights. I wrote a song with my brother called Country Suburban Music years ago, because everybody, they would say, I'm from Mississippi and here's my music roots, or somebody else, I'm from the hills of, West Virginia and here's my roots. And, I grew up in like the not very exotic suburbs, So we wrote this song called Country Suburban Music, but actually in one of the lines I mentioned Shaker Heights, So.
I had a song that I could not remember for the life of me right now, called "The Mean Streets of Beechwood," which was kind of a knock on suburban life. That there's a real nice mall in Beechwood, and it said, "Did you check out that really scary guy who valet parked my car?"
Yeah. Yeah, roots, man. Anyway,
Exactly. All right, I got a session tomorrow, so I think
One more
I'm
thing.
Yeah,
gonna
good night, everybody.
Yeah, I
hit
was
the
gonna,
thanks,
mute button.
Thomas. Thank you.
I was gonna
Happy
ask you one
birthday
more
again,
thing before we
Anthony.
go.
Dan, see you later, man.
Good night, guys.
All
Good
right.
night, guys. Y'all sounded wonderful. Keep it up.
You too, man.
Good night.
Fight the power. Llamas.